Hi, I'm Michael, and this is Tarot by the Tree. We're continuing in Lesson 9, where we're looking at the meaning of all the cards individually and according to their number. If you remember, in previous lessons, we talked about the Fool and the Fool's two journeys. The Fool's first journey was climbing up the tree all the way to the top, and he saw the tree of life revealed in its pure form. In his second journey up the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, he sees the same Sephiroth revealed in more worldly terms that sometimes show them in their worst light and sometimes in their best light. As a recap of what we did yesterday, or last lesson, we looked at the aces. The aces are the one cards, and they exist in the realm of Kether. Kether is the creative force. Top of the ladder, magician. He has the four suits laid out in front of him. Kether is unmanifest. It's not real yet. It's potential. The second trip to the tree of the knowledge of good and evil reveals the same card, the magician, now incarnated as the hangman. He still has the aura of wisdom about him, but he is no longer considered wise. When we look at the one cards and we see the potential for monetary wealth, plans, happiness, or power, we know that there's a potential for all of these to grow. What we cannot say for sure is if this will be applauded by the people around you or whether you'll be vilified as a result, because Kether, as the beginning, can be revealed in either form. The form of the magician or the form of the hangman. We'll move now to the two cards. The two cards all have to do with something fundamental, and that is moving from unity to duality. With Kether, we have only a singularity involved. After this, the Sephira are often created in pairs. Bang, bang, with Tifferes in the middle, and then the last pair. The two cards are revealed here, and the two cards on the first trip up the Tree of Life, we can see the twos as the High Priestess. It may seem strange to see the High Priestess here on the side of masculinity, but that's because as we move from unity to duality, we have the beginning of the sexes. The High Priestess is male and female, neither completely male nor completely female. On the second trip, we see the High Priestess, who is the incarnation of potential, beginning of all things, revealed as the Death card, which sometimes may seem like the antithesis of Chokpa, birthing all potentials. But one of the lessons is that death is a necessary part of life, and to reduce death will reduce life. We don't quite understand how life comes from death, but that is the lesson we're being taught here, that there is a relationship. We'll look now at the four cards that relate to two, and you'll see they all have something to do with balance and partnership, the movement from oneness to two-ness. In the Two of Swords, we have a person with power. She wants to make a decision, but she's hoodwinked. She's blindfolded. She can't make that decision right now. She's ready to use her power. She's able to use her power, but she doesn't have the information to allow her to effectively choose how to use it. When we move to the Two of Hearts, we see two people uniting in a partnership for life. That is the movement from unity to duality. In the Two of Staves, we see a man who has plans, he has an enterprise, and he's in a dilemma. He doesn't really want to lose everything he has built up, symbolized by the wand bolted to the rock, but he would like to be more mobile. He would like to take his plans perhaps to another part of the world. So this is a person who's going to move from unity to duality. He will leave his holdings bolted and firm where they are, but he will take some of that and move it elsewhere. He will now have two irons in the fire, so to speak. In the Two of Coins, we see the beginning of the movement from unity to duality. Here is a person who's doing everything by themselves. They're dancing, they're juggling, and they're unable to receive help right now because of the bad seas in the background. The boats can't reach them. This is a person who is having to answer the question of whether or not to stay solo. He can't really do what he's doing for a long time by himself. He's going to have to think of a way of getting somebody to work with them, of getting some sort of a partnership. So the twos all have to do with the move from unity to duality and explore some aspect of a person's life that may involve leaning a little on someone else, perhaps delegating some of the responsibility, and definitely not thinking that you are the only person that can do everything. That's it for the twos. Now we'll move on to the threes.